Hello everyone, this is Anthony coming to you from Concord Airport, where today I'm going to try to answer the question, can you afford to own your own airplane if you are on a low or fixed income? That is the question. So today I want to try to tell you whether or not you can afford to fly, own, and maintain your own plane if you are on a limited budget. I won't say poor, but if you're on a limited budget. And that the answer to the question really depends. It depends on, how well do you manage your money? Do you have any other vices that are taking money away from you and what you need to do? And I'm gonna give you some examples of costs that you may have. So for instance, my plane right now is in annual. And so it means that it's gonna be, you gotta go through all these inspections. Well, one of the things on the inspection is the exhaust. My old exhaust, and this is just one side, my old exhaust was messed up on one side, just one little piece on the tip. I think it was like right in here, or no, not there. Right in here on this tip was cracked in and messed up. So I ended up buying two new pieces just for one side of the plane. One of those pieces was $300 and one of those pieces was $100. Then I had to buy a tire. My front tire has some dry rot on it and a bald spot. That front tire cost me $200. Then I needed an inner tube for the tire. The inner tube was another $100. And then I needed some tubing for the exhaust. Talking another $30. Then all the orange tubing on here had to be redone because what had happened was it had all gotten old and started dry rotting. So I replaced all of this tubing. That was about $150. And I'm also needing some brakes to be put on there. So we're talking another couple of $100 and two rotors. So there's a big cost. The propeller had to be taken off, and I had to have a dye test performed on the crankshaft because there's a AD that says that if the crankshaft has cracks in it, we won't even want to tell you how much that would cost. $20,000 to replace a motor or something. But so the real question is, can a person on a budget afford their own airplane? And I'm going to say you can, but you really, really, really have to manage your money. And what I say about that is because an airplane like this one here doesn't cost much money. You could probably get a loan and get this airplane for about $35,000. And if you finance it for 3 or 4 years or 5 years or something, depending on how much you put down on it, your payments would be $200 or $300 a month, which is not bad. But then if you bought an airplane hangar or rented an airplane hangar, then you got to add another $200 a month into it. And then you got to think about gas. Every time you go up, you got to put gas in the plane. And every time you put gas in the plane, it's going to cost you, let's say you fly for an hour and you burn 8 gallons of gas and you spend $4 a gallon on gas. What did I say? $4 a gallon on gas for 8 gallons of gas. So that's $32 an hour in gas. Then you'll need a flight bag and you'll need a headset. So if you get some Bose A20s, you're looking at $1,200. If you get some Bose A10s, you can find them used for about $300 or $400, or maybe $500. And so everything you do with a plane is going to cost money. And so I recommend that if you're just starting and you want to get your pilot license, I would say find a good mechanic, find a good airplane broker, buy your own airplane, take your flight lessons in your plane, and when you're finished, if you can't afford to keep the plane, sell it. And that way, you won't have paid rent for somebody else's plane. You would have paid rent for your own plane, and you got all your money back. Now, if you really like your plane, then you can keep it. And at this point, you got your license and you got a plane. I bought this plane. I've had it for 3 years. I took flight lessons in this plane, and I'm not going to get rid of it no matter what, because I love the plane. I've done everything I can to it. I have put ADS-B in and out into the plane. My panel looks great. I just love the plane. So it's a really nice plane, and I can't see ever getting rid of it. I might get rid of that before I get rid of the plane. So that's how much I love my plane. So before I let you go, a quick walk around the hangar, and I'll just tell you this, and that is, I believe that being an airplane owner is one of the greatest things that ever happened to me, and I'm not going to get rid of my plane. It's starting to really rain hard, so I'm going to shut my hangar and cut this video off so I don't get any water in here.